and good to have you with us on this edition of the Urban Debate. Viewers, for months together now, since the first day of protests, since even before it became national headline, we have constantly been bringing you updates and voices of farmers who wanted to be heard. We have constantly brought you all sides of the stories, rationally and factually debated the merits of the laws. At every stage when the farmers have wanted to make a point and get heard, we have spoken to them. We have brought out their stories to you. But unfortunately, today I think everybody feels a little let down by what has happened. And we hope that the farm leaders, the farmer protest leaders, take responsibility for what has happened, as much as it is the responsibility of the central government and the Delhi police to maintain law and order. It is also for those people who lead the crowds, who lead the protesters, and thousands of them who gather them from across the country, to face the questions and answer us what and how did it go so wrong. In the national capital today, things got so out of control at one point that at 1:50 p.m. at the Red Fort, the symbolic Red Fort that in many ways stands for our freedom and our democracy, a Kesari flag was hoisted on a pole that usually has the national flag. There was chaos, utter chaos, violence, and people climbing up walls of the Red Fort in a way that would break your heart to just see it. Farmers, protesters, clashing with the cops. At 10 a.m., a little before that, at Mukarba Chowk, the outnumbered policemen had to run for their life. They had to run for their lives as protesters went on a rampage. And those were the early signs that today is going to get very, very tough. And we may lose control of what's happening on the streets of the national capital. And sure enough, viewers, in 2 hours and 45 minutes from this time, at ITO, in the heart of the national capital, there was utter mayhem. Tear gas shells had to be used. But look at the visuals on your screens. Look at that man on the tractor and the way he is driving around, chasing the policemen, trying to run over them. Is this the peaceful protest that was promised to us? Here is more. At 2 p.m. in Nangloi, unrest, utter, complete chaos and violence. Another instance, and the police had to save themselves from charging protesters. It is unfortunate what we saw tonight. And those who've been leading these protesters for months together, what did they have to say? Well, let's begin with what Rakesh Tikait, one of the biggest faces, even heading the conversations with the government. Rakesh Tikait said those involved in violence belong to political parties. They want to damage our protests. Is this the way he was planning to take responsibility for what his plan was for today? Today's events are shameful and condemnable, said Mr. Yogendra Yadav, who was shortly with me. He said we are not running away from the responsibility, but there were other elements who actually led to the violence. Why were they not pulled out? Is my question. Then you had Shiv Kumar Kakka of the Rashtriya Kisan Mazdoor Mahasangh, who actually said this is a conspiracy by the Delhi police. And farmers were the ones who got injured because of lathi charge. Somebody tell him over 100 cops were injured today. At least some of the others said that these were antisocial elements and we had nothing to do with us. What does this do to the credibility of the protests? Will the farmer leaders now rethink their plan for February 1st when they intended to march to the parliament? Will they take responsibility? And what about the Delhi police? Did they not know at all that this could have happened? With one of the top police forces in our country with so much experience, did they take the farmers on face value when they said we're going to stick to these routes? Or that they were anti-social elements? We knew, and our reporters showed you how some of the farmer groups said that we don't accept this route. Then what happened? Let's say good evening to the panelists who are joining us. Narendra Taneja, National Spokesperson for the BJP, Madhugaud Yakshi, Spokesperson and former Member of Parliament for the Congress Party, Desh Ratan Nigam, RSS supporter, and Shiv Kumar Sharma Kaka ji will be joining us in just a bit. I also have Vinay Tiwari with us in our studios. But I just want to show everybody and to our panelists the dramatic visuals of how cops ran away when the mob attacked them at Red Fort. Completely cornered and helpless Delhi police. Look at the way the protesters are charging at them. Is this what was promised to us in the name of a peaceful protest? Look at these protesters and how they treated the Red Fort, the Delhi police, men in uniform. शिव कुमार जी, कौन है ये और कैसे हो गया? आप लोग ने तो हमें वादा किया था शांतिपूर्ण प्रोटेस्ट का।
देखिए, ये क्या अभी बहुत स्पष्ट नहीं है। ये थोड़ा सा जानकारी अभी आई नहीं है पूरी, वो आएगी। इस पर थोड़ा विस्तार से तब हम ठीक से बता पाएंगे। पर इतना हमको पता है कि जो संयुक्त मोर्चा है उसके बाहर के संगठन है जो संयुक्त मोर्चा के नहीं है, वो रेड फोर्ट जाना चाहते थे। ये पुलिस को पहले से पता है। अरे सभी के टेलीफोन मोबाइल के पास पता होते हैं, पल पल की हर किसान नेता की वो जानकारी लेते हैं। और जो संगठन रेड फोर्ट जाना चाहते हैं वो पुलिस को पता है कि वो कौन जाना चाहते हैं, वो कहां से जाएंगे। और वहां पर एक व्यक्ति चढ़ता है ऊपर और झंडा लगा देता है, तो उसके बाद भी पुलिस उसको रोकती नहीं है। तो पुलिस क्यों नहीं रोकती है, ये तमाम प्रश्न है। तीसरी बात ये है कि जब हम लोगों ने 1 महीना पहले ट्रैक्टर मार्च की घोषणा कर दी थी, तो पुलिस ने हमको 22 तारीख को रात को केवल 20 मिनट बातचीत की। और उसके बाद 2-3 दिन में पुलिस ठीक से हमको और नीचे कार्यकर्ताओं को नहीं बता पाई कि हमारी रूट क्या है। 7 जगहों पर कोई वारदात नहीं हुई, केवल ये 2 रूट पर जो वारदात हुई है उस मंशा के लोग थे जो संयुक्त मोर्चा से बाहर के लोग हैं। जो हुआ उसके लिए हम खेद व्यक्त करते हैं, शर्मनाक है और उसका अफसोस जाहिर करते हैं। हमारा मन बहुत दुखी है, ये घटना नहीं घटना चाहिए थी।
नहीं, पर आपने प्लान बनाया, आपने और पूरे संयुक्त मोर्चा ने, जो सारे ग्रुप्स के संगठन है, उन्होंने प्लान बनाया कि हम हजारों की तादाद में जाएंगे, हम दिखाएंगे कि हमारा कितना बड़ा सपोर्ट है, हम कितने हजारों में किसान हैं। तो इसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो अब आपको नहीं लेनी चाहिए। क्या आपको नहीं पता था कि अगर हजारों में लोग जाएंगे, 1-2 भी इधर उधर चले गए तो आप कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएंगे? आईटीओ में, लाल किले में, जहां जहां जब पहला बैरिकेड तोड़ा गया, क्यों आप और बाकी लोग वहां मौजूद नहीं थे?
देखिए, जब हमारा संयुक्त मोर्चा के लोग है ही नहीं तो हम वहां क्यों जाएंगे? तो वो काम सरकार का है, पुलिस का है। और पुलिस को पता है कि वो कौन लोग हैं और उनको क्यों नहीं उन्होंने। तो ये
शिव कुमार शर्मा जी, मुझे ये बताएं, आप क्या कह रहे हैं अभी मुझे कि पहले 10 बजे ही हमने बैरिकेड तोड़ के जो पुलिस के साथ रूट एक्सेप्ट अग्री किया था वो उससे हम हट गए और फिर दिल्ली भर में चले गए। तो उसमें क्या आपके मोर्चे के लोग नहीं थे? बैरिकेड तोड़ के नहीं गए दिल्ली, नहीं पहुंचे?
बैरिकेड तोड़ने में संयुक्त मोर्चा का कोई संगठन नहीं था। जिन्होंने तोड़ा है उसको पुलिस प्रशासन जानता है। वो पहले से भी इस रूट पर सहमत नहीं थे, उन्होंने अपनी असहमति पहले ही व्यक्त कर दी थी। तो उन पर निगाह रखना पुलिस की ज्यादा जवाबदारी थी। उनको पुलिस उनको उन पर निगाह रखती। उस वजह से ये हुआ है। उसके बाद हम खेद व्यक्त कर रहे हैं कि जो हुआ है वो बहुत गलत हुआ है, नहीं होना चाहिए था। और निश्चित तौर से इससे संयुक्त मोर्चा पूरा आहत है।
विनय, हाउ प्लॉसिबल इज दिस आर्ग्यूमेंट नाउ टू से कि कोई भी पूरे इतने बड़े मोर्चे और संगठन से कोई भी नहीं तोड़ के आया?
I've said this before and I asked this question to Yogendra also. I am astounded at the naivety that suddenly we've all discovered about not knowing anything that's happening around us. If you're this logic and argument is exactly the same as if tomorrow the government were to say that I'm not responsible for the police carrying out the lathi charge, I'll find out who did it. Then we don't spare the police, right? If the police goes and thrashes 100 people on the streets, it's ultimately the accountability of the government. If you are in charge of the agitation, you also know that there are people who, as you are claiming, disruptionists and who may create a problem. Well, then you should have anticipated that, not made it an issue of a show of strength on a day which you know, being so senior and so seasoned, has huge symbolic value, ensured that symbolism of the day was not desecrated, and also been smarter and wiser to realize that this one day has derailed everything you've done in the last 3.5 months. So clearly, this was very unsmart. If you now suddenly say, ये पुलिस का problem है, उनको देखना चाहिए था, हमारा क्या problem है? Well, but then you are leading the agitation. You are the one who has prestige at stake. And you know that this prestige can get destroyed in exactly one day, which you may have attempted to gather over the last 3.5 months.
नरेंद्र तनेजा, the response from the farmers groups is, हमने तो पुलिस को बताया था कि ग्रुप्स हैं, किसान मजदूर संघ, संघर्ष संघ है जो हमारे साथ नहीं है, और वो कह रहे हैं वो लाल किला जाएंगे, ये तो पुलिस को भी पता था.
You see, the point is that, you know, the whole idea to have this tractor thing and all that, what basically was the agenda at the time in the country of 136 crore people? They were celebrating the the Republic Day. The entire country. Are they not Indians? Didn't they give undertaking to police? Didn't they negotiate with the police? Only after they gave the undertaking, not once but repeatedly, and agreed on all the 36 points that the permission was given, in the hope that they would behave, that they would walk the talk. Now they claim that we didn't have the control. You see, the point is, we all know our farmers are simple people, but these people are not farmers. All these people, you know, like you said, Mr. Takai, the tall leader, he fought 2014 election, got only 10,000 votes. And on your channel, you're calling him a tall leader. Yogendra Yadav, he lost his deposit. You call such people, you know, leaders? They are politicians. They are failed politicians with political ambitions. Absolutely nothing to do with the farmers. They have nothing. They don't have the farmers' welfare in their mind. Their agenda is totally different. Their agenda is out and out political. And now today they reach to the extent that the national symbol that every single Indian is proud of, the Red Fort, they insulted the national symbol. And now they are saying, look at I salute the police, Delhi police, showing the restraint that they showed. Tremendous restraint.
Can this
I salute them. And the entire country is saluting them today for the restraint that they have shown. But look, they are the people, and now they're blaming the police. I mean, you call yourself leader. You thought that you could counter the national parade backed by 136 crore people. Are you not Indians? And today you come and defend and blame the police. You should be ashamed.
मैं शिव कुमार से बोलूंगी कि इस बात का जवाब दे कि आज के दिन जब इतना वहां पे वायलेंस हो रहा था, पुलिस के पीछे डंडे लेके, ट्रैक्टर लेके, जो मिला वो लेके, घोड़ों पे तलवार लेके आप पुलिस के पीछे भागे, और फिर भी पुलिस ने ऐसा रिस्ट्रेंट दिखाया, तो अब क्या सही होगा शिव कुमार जी पुलिस पे ब्लेम डाल देना?
देखिए, मैं बार बार एक ही बात कह रहा हूं कि अभी इस पर कोई टिप्पणी करना जल्दबाजी होगी, हमको भी विवेचना करना है। और ये बार बार कह रहा हूं कि संयुक्त मोर्चा का ये हिस्सा नहीं है, संयुक्त मोर्चा के लोग नहीं है, इनको हमने पहले से ही बाहर रखा है, ये हमारे संयुक्त मोर्चा के नहीं है। ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है। उसके बाद भी हम खेद व्यक्त कर रहे हैं, ये नहीं होना चाहिए था।
तो आप मुझे ये बताएं कि अब आप वापस अब 1 तारीख के प्लान को के बारे में अब क्या कहना है कि क्या ऐसी सिचुएशन में पार्लियामेंट तक लोगों प्रोटेस्टर्स को लीड करना, किसानों को लीड करके पार्लियामेंट तक ले जाना बजट डे वाले दिन, क्या ये सही होगा जब हमें पता ही नहीं कि आज क्या हुआ और किसने किया?
देखिए, कल हमारी इमरजेंसी बैठक हमने बुलाई है संयुक्त मोर्चा की, और बैठक में हम लोग काफी चीजों पर विचार करेंगे, इसका पता लगाएंगे, और आगामी कार्यक्रम में अगर हमको कोई परिवर्तन करना होगा आवश्यक रूप से तो वो परिवर्तन भी करेंगे। पर कल हमारी बैठक होगी, उसमें हम ये सब निर्णय लेंगे और तमाम चीजों पर सरकार के साथ हम शेयर करेंगे।
फिलहाल ये शिव कुमार कक्कर जी, ये दिख रहा है कि ये जो आज हुआ है इससे आप ही के मूवमेंट को और प्रोटेस्ट को हार्म हुआ है, हानि पहुंची है। आपकी क्रेडिबिलिटी पे अब सवाल है, क्योंकि आप ही हैं वो सब लीडर्स जो सबको इकट्ठा करके जिन्होंने वादा किया था कि एक पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट हो। तो किसान की पूरी प्रोटेस्ट की जो मेहनत आपने इतने महीनों से की है उस पे अब सवाल उठाए जा रहे हैं। जी, क्या आपको लगता है ये जो बोला जा रहा है कि इससे आपकी पूरी प्रोटेस्ट को हानि होगी, प्रोटेस्ट पे सवाल उठाए जाएंगे, इतनी महीनों की जो आपकी मेहनत है उस पे पानी फिर गया आज?
मैं ऐसा नहीं मानता हूं। हम लोग आहत हैं, दुखी हैं, और निश्चित तौर से जो हमारा पीसफुल आंदोलन चल रहा था उसको थोड़ी ठेस पहुंची है और किसान भी दुखी है। अब आगे जो कार्यक्रम हमारे हैं उन पर हमको गंभीरता से विचार करना पड़ेगा। आंदोलन हमारा जारी रहेगा।
ठीक है, this is an important point and I just want to reiterate to our viewers now. I have now asked this question to 2 different farmer leaders who've joined us tonight. There is an understanding at least that they need to rethink their plan for the march to Parliament on February 1st, the budget day. What has happened today has clearly showed that things got out of control, out of farmer leaders' control, after Delhi police's control, and such things we cannot afford to repeat that again. Vinay.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you cannot expect that kind of a thing to happen. I mean, what if it turns into a bit of a Capitol Hill moment in Washington? You just can't take that risk very clearly. And I'm sure Shiv Kumar ji is holding an emergency meeting tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll be pragmatic and smart enough to know that there will be a serious recalibration will be required. You've rightly said that they've lost a lot of the moral superiority that they had enjoyed so far because the agitation was largely peaceful. I know that Yogendra has come and specifically named a particular individual called Deep Sidhu, but whether he was the only individual who could have carried out something as big as that, I don't know. This is something which needs to be investigated. Obviously, the Delhi police must investigate and use their extensive network of CCTVs now be able to identify who did this and prosecute them, because this was an act of violence. And there is, make no mistake, if in Jamia violence, if in the CEA protest or in the Northeast riots that happened in Delhi, we asked that anyone who indulged in violence need to be prosecuted, it must happen in this case as well. You cannot distinguish basis the cause. Violence is not acceptable, and certainly not acceptable when you damage public property and intimidate people on the streets and especially harass common men, which is what we saw happening in Red Fort when we saw a group of artists getting trapped inside, which is something that should have been completely avoided.
Yes, absolutely. So let me ask this question at this point of time to Madhugaud Yakshi. Mr. Yakshi, is it fair to say that this is what the Delhi police wanted to happen? They allowed this to happen. How else do you handle and manage of thousands of protesters who are on the streets? You're clearly going to be outnumbered, and if you take action, then you're going to be accused of attacking the farmer.
So what we need to look at here, past 61 days, these farmers are protesting. There's not any iota of violence they've shown. They've shown their restraint. There's over 70 people have died. But still these farmers have had a peaceful protest. Second point here, the farmers leader Shiv Kumar ji, as you spoke to him, is not only expressing his regret, and I heard my friend BJP spokesperson speaking, it is not just these few leaders who are leading the movement. It is a question of those crowds of farmers, farming laborers are hesitating with these 3 draconian laws which the government has brought in. So it's not just, you can't just make these people, few leaders are responsible for entire community. the farming laborers community across the country, including Telangana to every state, they're protesting. So my point here, the agriculture minister has said it. If any violence takes place, these people, these farming unions are responsible. On what context he said that? Does he have information? Does he sixth sense of saying that there could be a violence? Is he not prepared enough? Is it not those agencies, which intelligence agencies are failed to detect those thousands of lakhs of farmers are coming in? This you started blaming from the day one. These are Pakistani agents, there are Khalistan movements, there's a Maoist movements behind this movement, there's political parties behind this movement. You said that. And then again you say that there's no leaders enough who can represent or whom do we talk? So the question here, after 10, 11 rounds of talks, is that government is using the strategy of having talks and dilute the movement, or the government are serious to resolve those concerns raised by this farming community across the country? They may not be, everyone may not be coming on the street, but you should understand it's not just a few lakhs or few thousands of people are protesting. Nobody supporting the violence. None of the people on this panel or across the country in different channels you've been seeing.
Yeah, but nobody will support the violence,
Mr.
Yakshi. The question is, who is going to take responsibility for the violence? Who does that? Those who egged them on, those who were leading, those who were supposed to ensure law and order, those who were holding conversations with them, who?
True. Let me tell you, when UPA, we were in power, you have seen those Lokpal movement by Anna Hazare. The 5 cabinet ministers went to receive a Baba who had nothing to do with the politics. That is the approach the government has expressed and shown their commitment to reach out to the democratic movement, the people of this country. Today we're celebrating 72nd Ganatantra Divas. What does our Constitution of India says? Do the people have a right to protest? Do the people have a right to get a justice? Are these fundamental rights been violated? Is there an equality? Is there a fairness? The way the government is doing it? What I'm trying to tell here, government should not take it as a prestige issue. Why can't Prime Minister can appeal and talk to them? Is it below his dignity to talk to these farming leaders? The same Prime Minister was questioning when he was a chief minister, why the Manmohan Singh was not talking, why the Manmohan Singh was not responding, even on Nirbhaya issue or many other issues. Why can't the Prime Minister has all the time to tweet and show the yoga to various issues he can come out and speak? Can't he speak to this farming community? What is stopping him to reach out to them? What is stopping to appeal to this farming community? Is sincerity about it? Is it not the same Prime Minister as the CM? He is the one who supported the
I think the Prime Minister has repeatedly at many occasions spoken and justified and backed the laws and the intent to help the Kisan. I think the Agriculture Minister, who's been in constant conversations with the farmer leaders, has repeatedly made their intent clear. The Defence Minister has, the Home Minister has, the Finance Minister has.
In the last 6 years of track record of Mr. Modi's government, increased the interest rate this farming loan. What is the promise of the doubling of the minimum supporting price, the earning for the farmers? What is so far the Modi government has really implemented promises which they made it to the farming community? Have they done anything? So there's no trust between the farming community and the government.
Okay, there is merit to this point. Now, let me get Narendra Taneja to respond to that before I go to Desh Ratan Nigam.
See, I just heard the Congress spokesperson very attentively. Point is, he seems that he does read newspapers. You see, all senior ministers have been in touch and have been part of the negotiations. That's how democracy functions. That's how parliamentary democracy functions. You see, there have been negotiations still going on. Talks are still going on, and there is progress. Now, he's talking about this government did nothing. Swaminathan report was submitted in 2006. They were in power that time for next 8 years. What did they do anything for farmers? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now the point here is that you see, unless you know what is going on, we have done since we came to for the farmers. And by the way, they don't represent farmers. You know, their member of parliament, one of their members of parliament actually went there, tried to become part of the movement in Delhi. You know what happened? you know what happened? Just read the newspapers. He was thrown out. And that's what the point is. The farmers, is their democratic right to protest.
But you were
And we
blaming, my
respect that.
friend.
And then they wanted to take out. I don't interrupt you. So have patience, have some manners.
No.
Question,
Excuse me, don't teach about manners. Please mind your words. I'm a former member of parliament. I don't know what you're standing in public life. Don't try to teach manners. You understand?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't debate with uncivilized people.
Mr. Yakshi,
I don't
please
debate
let
with
Narendra
uncivilized
Taneja finish his point and then you can come in and make your point as well.
And you say he's a former member of
You are the
parliament.
one.
He
You
does
are
that.
the one who's blaming that Congress is behind it. And you're
He
saying
says
a
he's
member of parliament
former
went there
member of
and farmers have didn't even
I
accept
think
it.
so.
You are blaming
Can
those
I just
farming
please,
community for
Mr. Yaski, can
Thank
I
you very
please
much.
have Narendra
This is
Taneja
act of
finish the
arrogance,
point?
Tanvi.
We do
Can I-
civilized conversations
I don't
here.
debate
We are not
with-
going to do this. Can I just hear
I don't
Narendra
debate with-
Taneja finish his point, please?
No, you see, the point here is that when farmers wanted farmers, I'm talking farmers, not failed politicians like him and other Congress leaders and all.
Mr. Taneja,
He
there
is
is
still not
absolutely
content
no
for-
need for you to make personal
He has-
comments as well. If you're going to provoke the other
Because-
side, then there is nothing much that I can do about having a civilized debate here.
No. The point is that he has made personal comments against the Prime Minister. You have no problem with that. Didn't he do that? Why didn't you object to at that time? You see, the point is that if he's making personal comments, I have to rebut because he attacked even Prime Minister directly. Now, the point here is that people who wanted to take out, let's say, tractor parade and all that, okay, after consultation, permission was given. Because here you're talking, here we are a democratic government. You see, is their right to protest. Even on the Republic, they want to do it after long negotiations and everything, assurances and all that. The government said, fine, but look what happened. But look, Congress has still not condemned violence. They insulted one of the greatest institutions of the country, Red Fort. Congress has still not condemned. The gentleman here from the Congress party, he has not condemned violence. So this is the real face of the Congress
Captain
party.
Amrinder
They
Singh,
believe in
Narendra Taneja, Captain Amrinder Singh, several hours ago, in the day itself, tweeted saying, shocking scenes in Delhi, violence by some elements is unacceptable.
Let me
It will
answer
negate
it.
the goodwill
Let me
generated
answer it.
by
The
peacefully
Congress
protesting
party
farmers.
Let me
Come on
answer
now.
it.
If you're going to talk about courtesy and interruptions,
Let me answer it.
I'm not asking you a question.
Let me
I'm just
answer it.
reading out what Captain Amrinder has tweeted. I urge all genuine
let
farmers
me
to
answer.
vacate Delhi and return to the borders.
No. Captain Amrinder Singh is not Congress. Captain Amrinder Singh.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi condemned the violence. Congress had released the press statement by Ranjit Surjewala condemning the violence.
You know, Captain Amrinder
My
Singh is
friend,
not
please
Congress.
go and read Congress
हिंसा
statement.
किसी समस्या का हल नहीं है, चोट किसी को भी लगे, नुकसान हमारे देश का ही होगा. देश हित के लिए कृषि विरोधी कानून वापस लो, हिंसा किसी समस्या का हल नहीं है, is the first statement. Anyways, I really don't care about what Rahul Gandhi or any other person from Congress has to say. This is about the farmers, this is about their protest, this is about law and order, this is about the violence that unfolded on the streets of the national capital today, and who has to be held accountable for that, Mr. Desh Ratan Nigam. How difficult is it? It is. But how do you manage and navigate a situation like what we saw today, where thousands of them have decided to march on tractors into the national capital?
Tanvi, one thing is very clear, that there was a precision and pattern in the mayhem, and the target was Lal Killa, and there was a lot of traffic on the Twitter, which was in fact asking people to go out there. An organization called Six for Justice has already called for that, and they have also desecrated the Kesari flag, a holy Kesari flag. That's not a place to unfurl that flag there. It has to be on top of a Gurudwara or a temple. So it's not only the Lal Killa they have desecrated the flag itself. Now let me tell you something which I think everybody is missing that point. Rahul Gandhi, few days back, there was a video viral in Tamil Nadu where he said that the farmers and laborers can even teach a lesson to China, and we don't need Indian Army, Navy and all. That was a very couched and veiled instigation for the farmers in Delhi. And that the point everybody is missing out here. And there's a lot of issues out here. Who is accountable for this? Everybody is stressed on the moral and ethical issues. The law is very clear. the leaders who call for protest are responsible. The law is very clear on that. Even if you are not present at the site of violence or mayhem, you are still responsible, and all compensation and damages have to be recovered from you and those who are actually directly involved. So law is not confused about it. You have to take the responsibility and accountability. Otherwise, everybody, whoever calls for protest tomorrow, say we are not responsible, somebody other were there. So the leaders who have called for this protest and who have, after reaching an agreement with Delhi police, have breached that agreement. It started in the morning instead of after the end of the Republic parade, and violated the routes that were supposed to be there. And then you were saying that I am not responsible. This is shirking away your responsibility and duties. And one thing is very, very clear. There is a clear pattern of funding. Look at the tractors, new shiny ones, brand new ones. There are thousands of tractors like that without even license numbers on them. So who is the one who is funding all this? So I was seeing the visuals throughout the day, and they did not even appear to be farmers. So, end of the day, there are some.
Well, that's exactly what they're also saying, Mr. Deshrathan Nigam, that those who resorted to this were not farmers. In fact, very specifically, and if I may just put out this information, because in the last round conversation when we had Yogendra Yadav in it, and he specifically named the Kisan Mazdoor Sangharsh Sangh for this, and also Deep Sidhu. Deep Sidhu, who is a Punjabi actor, who actually is turned into an activist and is quite controversial already. He's been seen and known to have quoted Bindrawale in many cases. Spoken. No, 1 minute, please. May I just? He and this is a report now that I'm reading from the Tribune, where they say, and there are these videos which are available of Deep Sidhu at the Red Fort, and saying that we had intended to come to the Red Fort. We only hoisted the Nishan Sahib at the Red Fort while exercising our democratic right to protest. The Indian flag was not removed. That's responding to the entire controversy, saying our idea was to put up the flag of Nishan Sahib as a sign of unity in diversity. And there were slogans of Raj Karega Khalsa.
Yes,
when he was there and this was happening. So this is something, Vinay, that the police will have to look at.
Yeah, I mean, look, Deep Sidhu gets the farmer's goat only for another reason, because he's got a very interesting background. I mean, he's a trained lawyer. In fact, he's practiced in the bar. And then he's been a legal advisor actually in this city where we are currently in Mumbai, where he's advised certain media companies also on law. Then suddenly started acting and has now turned into an activist. The reason why he gets the goat of the other side, which I have no evidence of it, but yes, his name has featured more than once in controversial situations, is that he was also one of the persons who was involved in the election campaigning for Mr. Sunny Deol as well. And he's considered close to the Deol family, possibly because of the film association. I'm not aware of whether it is more than that, but surely he was one of the people who was there, who was helping them out in the campaigning. And I think that's one reason why the other side keeps taking his name very often. I don't have any knowledge about whether he is involved in any other anti-national activity. That is for the police to find out. But yes, there have been more than one reportage of him being involved in certain controversial events or statements in the past as well.
But I don't know of the any farmer leader who was at the Red Fort. But I do know now that there are visuals and his own comments, Deep Sidhu's comments, who in fact put up his own post on Facebook as well, saying that in such a protest, people's anger flares up and you cannot blame one person for inciting the protesters. So the fact that he was there and he was leading these guys, he was actually right there. Yeah. And there's a picture that he's himself put up at that spot, standing below, while this thing was being done.
Yeah.
So that is something that the Delhi police will have to look at. Madhukar Yaski, you were making a point earlier. Go ahead, please. At that point, of course, we got interrupted since Narendra Taneja was speaking.
Anviji, what my party stand and my stand, also, nobody has a right to temper with the Indian tricolor. Nobody supports the violence. While saying that, why this happened at Red Fort, the former leader has already said it, who were behind it. As a lawyer also, I can say that it's a clear visuals are there. The individuals who are there, there's a video clippings are there, and police has all the right to charge them and take action if these people are taking law into their hands. And secondly, I do have some videos, Tanviji. You may have that. If you want, I can play that. How the police successfully. Yes, we do appreciate their restraint, but at the same time, we have to condemn the police violence, how they're beating up some of these farmers who are entering into. And secondly, there could be, I'm not supporting it, that the firing took place at ITO, the one person has died. It's the most unfortunate.
No.
In our own country, the farmers, our own people, like
God,
some of
Mr.
them
God,
is
Mr.
making
God.
comment.
Mr. God,
Some
you
of
got
them
Please
are-
don't
sorry.
lie firing
I
took
didn't want to
place.
interrupt you, Mr. God. I'm really sorry to interrupt you. I don't like interruption. You've got that horribly wrong. There is a CCTV video of the farmer getting killed because his tractor overturned as he was trying to ram it into a barricade. There was no firing. Please don't say that. That's a very inflammatory thing to say.
You're not heard fully what I'm saying. That ITO incident, there could be any messages when there's a mass movement. I'm saying that with an experience, I participated in the movement in Telangana movement as how the rumors can spread. Is people resorting to in a mass movement protest, that's what happens. I was there a few days back at a farmers rally in Bengaluru. There was enough police force. We were 20,000 people with the former CM, we were moving and they stopped it. There was a little lathi charge, but they've stopped it and they could able to control it. So let's not getting into whether the police has failed or restrained. Let's get into the actual problem. The law can take its own law can take its own stand or take convict of those people who are involved in it.
Yes,
in
but
violence.
this is
But at the
true.
same time, let's get into the crux of the problem.
Yes,
Are
I
the
agree with
government
you.
is
The
willing
merits
to
of the
resolve
farm
those-
laws, Mr. Yaski, have to be discussed, and we've been doing that for the last 3 months, and we continue to do that as the government continues its conversations with the farmers. But this cannot be ignored today. What has happened in the national capital, when the farmers who are leading thousands of these people and now have already said that they're going to be holding another march on the budget day, these questions have to be asked. Are we prepared to take that risk? Are we prepared to allow them back? How is this going to dent that entire conversation? These questions have to be asked. If the farmers are claiming, as they do on one side, that these anti-social elements were not part of their group, and Mr. Narendra Taneja, all this while, even the other side, even your party has been saying that this protest is not about the farmers, it's been hijacked by other people. Why are we not catching those people and making them accountable then? Why are we letting from both ends get this issue hijacked?
Came in a group and they wanted permission for this. The government, of course, the police, that's a decision that had to be taken by the police. After due diligence and everything, and talks and promises and, points agreed upon and everything, the permission was given. Now, if farmer leaders or these people, they claim, oh, we didn't know that there would be these people, and they were not one or two or dozen people. There were hundreds of them. We have all seen that, thousands of them. They must have known. So they must have known what their agenda was or what they were planning to do. And they try to do it in some other places also, not only at the Red Fort. It's important to remember, not only there. This incident that your Congress spokesperson was referring to, there was no firing. Congress is propagating it. There was no such thing. This man came he basically used his tractor like a tank. And in the process, he lost his life. That was an accident, and he was responsible for that. Sorry for his life. Sorry, condolences to his family. But don't blame the police without doing proper investigation. And what all, etc., investigation will be done. But the important point is that there is a difference between farmers and those who are now trying to basically, hijack the farmers' protest.
No, so that's exactly the question I'm asking, Mr. Taneja. Who is going to, if for the longest time you've been saying that the protest has been hijacked, that there are other elements behind it, that this is not just the farmers, and if the farmers now today are saying that what has happened is not because of them, then who is going to find those elements and get them out of the system?
No. Listen. You see, the point is we have seen what we have seen. And that has also been basically, you will see that we also have to, people who believe in violence, they'll be dealt with the strongest possible approach. You will see that. So the government knows that. And the police today, as I said, they show tremendous, patience. But that does mean that will continue like that. Those who try to insult national institutions, national flag, and try to test the patience of the government. They see, the government knows it. But when it comes to farmers, they are our people. If they have genuine concerns, we are there 24/7 to talk with them. And we are talking with them. It's an important thing to make a difference between those who claim to be their leaders. You also taking their names, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, Mr. Teketa. They are not farmer leaders. Please make it, call them politicians on your channel. Don't call them farmer leaders. They are not farmer leaders. And they are the one responsible for what has happened today. They can't say we will have a discussion tomorrow, we'll have a meeting tomorrow. Who are you? They are not farmers, they are failed politicians. So
Okay,
it's important to remember, when it comes to the farmers, government is holding discussions with them. If they have any genuine concerns, we are with them. We are a party of the farmers. But those people who claim to be farmers, come on channels like you. And you also
Can I
treat them,
come in, Tanvi?
velvet clubs, but for the VVIPs. They are not, they are politicians and they are failed politicians. Their agenda is 100% political. They have absolutely nothing to do with the farmers' grievances, if any. If they have anything, we are talking with them and we'll find a solution, by the way. We'll find a solution. But the point here is that those people, Captain Amrinder Singh, Congress spokesman here, Yogendra Yadavs of the world, and Mr. Tekats of the world.
Well, let me just say, you may want to
come in?
call them whatever
And we
you
will deal
want
with them.
to. That's your
We will deal
choice,
with
Mr.
them
Narendra
politically.
Taneja. I don't have to sit here and defend anybody. I'm just going to point out that the government in its negotiations is also talking to Rakesh Tikat. So the government itself is treating him as a representative of the protesting farmers to hold
Let me
those
answer this.
conversations with
Let me
him.
answer this. Let me
Yogendra
answer
Yadav
this.
and his own
Let me
arm,
answer
which is part of Swaraj India, is part of the 3540 groups who are officially part of the negotiations that are being held with the government. They come on our channel not because we choose to randomly put people here. We put
you
people
don't
of
listen.
relevance to an issue
You are
and we
making a
speak to
statement.
people who are part of the
You are making a
conversation, which is
statement.
why they
You
are
are making
here.
a
They are part of the
statement.
conversation, they are
making a
part of the
statement.
protest, and the
If you are
government has
making a
legally and
statement.
legitimately recognized them as
It is-
representatives.
It is the Home Minister responsible law and
Do you
order in
also
Delhi.
listen? Do you
It's not
also
the Delhi
listen
government.
sometimes?
The Home Ministry doesn't have the source of intelligence of what's going to happen. How many thousands of lakhs of people are coming in? It is, look at the arrogancy here and how the undermining the character in people involved in here. The arrogancy, the way the spokesperson is speaking, it is you or me, we are not chosen. It's not, they're not belong to any political party. It is their own government have chosen who are the leaders representing these farmers.
Yes.
They are the one who holding talks with them. Neither the Mirror Now or some political party holding on or inviting them. This is the problem with the BJP. The mindset, the arrogance which they exhibiting here. That's
Well,
the problem. In a democracy, you can differ, you may differ, you may discuss, deliberate. That's the basic principles of democracy.
Well,
You may not agree with them, but don't insult them, don't humiliate them. They are also citizens.
peaceful
Not
protests are
132
part of
people.
our democracy, absolutely, Madhukar Yaski, but some of the things that we saw today shouldn't be happening in any democratic country, any free
I
country,
greatly appreciate you taking
anywhere.
up that issue and seeing that, even telling the government what precautions they should take. It's not end of year.
You should,
it's a
democracy
beginning.
also be, you should allow others to speak. If you come and give lectures, don't allow me to speak. What kind of democracy is this? What kind of press freedom is this? I'm raising my
I have
hand.
no
but
interest,
when the
neither
Congress
time to give a
speaks-
lecture here.
when
We are here
Congress
participating in a
enter,
debate.
interrupt.
Yes, Mr.
The moment
Narendra
I-
A meaningful
Taneja.
debate. We're trying to find a
Yes,
solution.
Mr. Narendra Taneja, what is it that you have to say?
Why
1 minute,
can't
please,
all
1
party
minute,
meeting?
please.
Why can't the Prime Minister invite an all-party
I
meeting?
don't want this
I do not
conversation
belong
to
to
get
one political
railroaded.
party.
While both gentlemen calm down, take a sip of water, I'm going to tell our viewers what happened today again. As I say good evening to Yashovardhan Azad as well. Some of the visuals that will show you the story of what unfolded today. Firstly, the farmers had permission to begin their march from 10 a.m. so that there would be absolutely no danger of the Republic Day getting impacted at all. But they broke away from that pact with the police and they started the rally ahead of schedule at 8 a.m. Just in the morning itself at 8 a.m., we could get a sense of the fact that things could go wrong when they broke their first promise. Then we had visuals coming in of swords being brandished by the protesters at the Singhu border. This is what happened at about 10:30 a.m. Police then resorted to using tear gas shells on farmers who broke away from the agreed upon route, and instead of turning in one direction from Delhi's Sanjay Gandhi Transport Nagar, they turned into the opposite direction and broke away. Ugly scenes of violence unfolded from there. The next thing we knew, we were getting in multiple reports of protesters removing barricades and were using what they could to remove these barricades, break these barriers down, ram through them with their tractors. And this one visual of tear gas shells being fired shows you just what the situation had become by 11:30 itself. I don't even need to go beyond this. What happened at the Red Fort after this was absolutely unfortunate. Now, if our gentlemen have calmed down, Mr. Narendra Taneja, go ahead and make your point, please. All right, I'm being told Mr. Narendra Taneja isn't with us. Let me say good evening to Yashovardhan Azad as well. Mr. Azad, what unfolded today, could this have been avoided when thousands come in a planned manner for protest? Could the law and order machinery really be prepared to handle such a thing?
I have 3 points to make on this. First, I think the democracy today was deeply scarred and bruised. And a lot of people have been emotionally disturbed by seeing the visuals on various channels of another flag being put up where a national flag should have been, always. That is on the ramparts of the iconic Red Fort. The other thing is that I think it was not democracy, perhaps mobocracy, which was running on the streets of Delhi. Because the kind of vandalism that was seen is absolutely unheard of. My second point is, but when you asked about the law and order arrangements, for any arrangement of this kind, it is impossible to do any other bandobast on 26th of January. They're almost down to the last man. The police is engaged in the Republic Day celebrations. Every official, every Jawan, even the Intelligence Bureau officials are busy making the Republic Day secure and the entire parade safe, even for the people to watch. And therefore, it is impossible. Now, there was intelligence that there would be violence of this kind, despite the assertions of the BKU leaders and the other union leaders that they will keep it completely safe and secure. And there were also many self-styled leaders also who were coming on the channels and assuring that it will be a quiet, silent tractor rally. But you know, all the stakeholders of democracy are at fault. If there was intelligence of this kind, if I was the police commissioner, I would have flatly said, no, this is not possible on 26th of January. Any other date is acceptable. So if the central government allowed this, perhaps they were acceptable to the collateral damage. Otherwise, it is impossible to organize a tractor rally on 26th January. That's number one. But number two, the BKU leaders and the other union leaders who were giving these assurances, today they are saying those elements are not ours. This is a usual repeat of incident after every kind of a rally which takes place, and there is violence. But third, I will not spare the opposition also. The opposition leaders never made a simple call, even to the farmers, saying 26th is a sacred day. It's a Republic Day. We cannot have any other rally because we have been in power and we have seen how management of Republic Day leaves nothing else to be managed and which is possible. And last, what I feel extremely sorry about, that this capital looks like an orphan. 9 hours after this violence has taken place, there is no one to give a statement officially from the government side to say how many are injured, what is the course of action which will be taken, What are we doing about this litter and garbage? What action is going to be taken on this vandalism? We have the army of babus from Home Secretary to the Cabinet Secretary. We have an LG. We don't have a mayor in a city or metro like this. Somebody should come on the podium and address people. And that's why I feel that this is a very, very sorry state of affairs, and our democracy has really been scarred.
Well,
I heard somebody say, where is he going? I'm going in the right direction, perhaps. This is the angst of a citizen.
Well, Mr. Azad, I understand that the point that you're making, and yes, you know, the three places that have to be held accountable, the farmer leaders, because they promised us a peaceful rally. They said they're going to make it a show of strength. Today have to tell us, or tomorrow have to tell us what went wrong. The government, because if you've had conversations and series of negotiations about how this is going to be held, then why did it end up in such a scenario? Could there have been another option? Desh Ratan Nigam, shouldn't they have been better prepared when you know there was intel available? Media knew there was intel available on plans by certain groups to say, hame to Lal Kila jana hai.
Mr. Azad made some very important, insightful points, and they have some value. And let me also tell you, even if you had the intelligence with them, you could not have resorted to a force that is required for such kind of violence on a Republic Day. There could have been firing, but I think I will salute Delhi police for showing a lot of patience and restraint, and they managed well with the minimum force, and the violence also was contained in due course of time. Yes, there was a pattern and precision in this violence, I have seen it, but I think it was handled well enough. Yes, the farm leaders have to be held accountable. The people who went on the road and broke their promises and agreement with the Delhi police have to be held accountable. Law is also very clear. See, the way forward is only conversation, not confrontation. And government said we are always open. And they, as I told you, they took 10 steps forward. And it's a very bad negotiating position when one party is inflexible, very rigid. But talks are bound to fail. Even in future, they will also fail because one party says only repeal. The parliament has passed the laws. It is a parliament that can take it back or make amendments out there. Government is only an implementing agency of the parliament to implement those laws. And therefore, these farm leaders must come out and hand over the people who are responsible for such violence. They also know it. They must cooperate with the police, hand over the people who were there because they know who are the people who were there at these borders and who marched. The tractors can be identified through visuals also. So I think both police and the farm leaders must also cooperate among themselves to identify such miscreants who tried to hold hostage this beautiful capital ours, and they have destroyed a lot of public property today, and any damage and compensation have to be recovered from the people who were directly involved and from the farm leaders. That's what my opinion is.
No, I'm being told, and we've repeatedly asked this question to the farmer leaders who've joined us about what's going to be the next course of action. And will they now rethink February 1st march to the parliament? I don't think they have the control over this protest anymore, and they cannot afford to risk the law and order, the safety of people, and the policemen. Over 100 policemen injured, the Delhi police tells us. Mr. Azad, I know there is no statement from the government yet, but the Delhi police has released a list of names, and over 100 cops were actually injured today in the violence that unfolded. Most horrifying scenes, in fact, we just got those visuals a short while ago from Red Fort, where when the protesters were breaching the barricade, you could see that the outnumbered, cornered cops had no option but to simply retreat from there, and they were forced to step back to save themselves. I can only imagine the horror that they would have felt at that point when they were surrounded and horribly outnumbered, and these protesters didn't look like they were going to stop anything. On the other hand, in ITO, you had them driving tractors and chasing cops. And I want the farmer leaders to come out and take accountability for this and tell us, why were they not present at ITO? Why were they in their all glory of numbers, the way they sit every day and hold news conferences, in all glory of those numbers, not standing at 10 a.m. and saying retreat now, 11 a.m., 12 noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., retreat now, get back now, this is not us. They could have very easily done that. I want to ask that question to Thakur Kiranpal Singh, National Senior Vice President of BKU Banu, joining us right now. किरणपाल जी, कहाँ चले गए सब लोग जिनसे हम इतने दिनों से बात कर रहे हैं, जो रोज प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हैं, जो फार्मर ग्रुप्स को लीड कर रहे हैं, वो क्यों नहीं दिखे आज वहां बाहर रोकते हुए और रिक्वेस्ट करते हुए कि ये नहीं है हमारा प्लान?
मैडम, मैं बताता हूं आपको, जो रूट बनाया था दिल्ली पुलिस ने, उसी तक हम लोग गए हैं और जो उसी से हम लोग वापस आए। हमारा संगठन और हम लोग कोई, और जितने ये आज लाल किले पर जो हुआ है ये शर्मनाक है और जो है ये वास्तव में कहीं न कहीं उपद्रवी या कोई राजनीतिक षड्यंत्र है जिसके कारण ये लोग वहां तक पहुंचे हैं। या तो ये पहले से कोई इनकी प्लानिंग होगी कि किसान आंदोलन को फुलचाने या भड़काने के लिए या किसान आंदोलन को खत्म करने के लिए।
किसान आंदोलन के आप लोग सब लीडर हैं ठाकुर किरणपाल जी, आप लोग क्यों नहीं उस समय आए? हमने कोशिश भी की कुछ से बात करने की, कोई बोलना ही नहीं चाह रहा था। जब ये शुरू हुआ, जब ITO में दंगा हो रहा था, तब आप सब के सब इकट्ठा होके अगर बात करने लगते तो क्या नहीं रुक सकती थी ये बात?
आप अगर मेरी बात करेंगी और तो मैं उस टाइम से ही संगठनों किसी न किसी इस पे डिबेट पे हूँ और हमने सभी को अपील की है कि ये किसान नहीं हो सकते, न किसान नेता हो सकते, न किसान संगठन हो सकते, ये कोई न कोई कहीं न कहीं ये उपद्रवी और देशद्रोही लोग हैं। हम चाहते हैं कि इन्हें सरकार और हम और पुलिस प्रशासन मिलके इन्हें ढूंढे और इनके साथ रासुका लगाई जाए। राष्ट्रद्रोह का जो आज राष्ट्रीय ध्वज के साथ हुआ है उसका बहुत ही शर्मनाक मामला है, जो आज भारत के में राष्ट्रीय ध्वज के साथ हुआ है, उसे हम भी कहते हैं कि ऐसे लोगों को कम से कम वो सबक मिलना चाहिए जिससे दोबारा हिम्मत इस भारत में तो ना पड़े किसी की।
नहीं, पर ये अगर आप लोगों ने ये उठाया था रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि हम आएंगे और पीसफुली प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे और फिर ये हालत हो गई, तो अब फरवरी 1 को क्या होगा? उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कौन लेगा?
देखिए, मैं बताता हूँ आपको कि फरवरी 1 तो बाद की बात है, जो आज हुआ है वो वास्तव में शर्मनाक है। और हम बता रहे हैं कि हमने पहले भी ये सरकारें कहती रही हैं, सभी लोग, सभी प्रशासन कहता रहा है कि ये खालिस्तानी पाकिस्तानी टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग जो ये रोटियां सेक रहे थे, ना तो ये इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो कंपनियां पकड़ पाई, ना कोई किसान भोला बेचारे पे कोई वो तो है नहीं। और ऐसे पहले भी ऐसे होता रहा है कि किसी न किसी के दूसरे कंधे पे कराए। वही अभी ये किसी जो राष्ट्रद्रोही लोग हैं उन्होंने ये मौका टाला है। इसमें या तो कहीं न कहीं किसी हमारी इंटेलिजेंट कंपनियों की कहीं न कहीं इसमें हो रहा है कि उन्हें पहचान नहीं पाई कि असली किसान कौन है और नकली कौन है।
वो तो बहुत दिनों से कह रहे हैं कि जो दिखते हैं वो किसान लगते नहीं। अब ये तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा उनके लिए भी कहना, बट येस, देयर हैज टू बी सम अकाउंटेबिलिटी इवन ऑफ द इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज। एंड डिड दे नॉट नो कि कुछ लोग हैं जो ये अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं? थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ द पैनलिस्ट्स हु आर जॉइनिंग अस राइट नाउ। सच इज द अनफॉर्चुनेट सिचुएशन एंड द ट्रेजेडी दैट वी आर विटनेसिंग राइट नाउ, व्यूअर्स। थिंक अबाउट इट। द फार्मर लीडर्स who planned and demanded this mega rally say that it is shameful what happened. Not only is it condemnable, but it is shameful, and they are sorry to see what unfolded. But they say it wasn't them. Such is the tragedy that the government and the party spokesperson, who for all this time have been saying that the protest has been hijacked by anti-social elements and people with vested interests, also were not able to do anything about what happened today, and just now sit with us and say this is shameful. Nobody is able to tell us how it went wrong, why was it allowed to get to this point, and who is accountable for it. In such a scenario, can we even think about holding another march to the parliament on February 1st? It's for the government to also tell us. Thank you for joining us this evening.